Hi, I'm traveling again. I don't know when this footage is going to end up in the actual vlog, but I am on my way to Oregon again. There is a Mid-Valley Comic Art Expo that I'm on my way to in Salem, Oregon. I'm going to be hanging out with my friend in Portland, so I have a place to stay, which is nice. But I am traveling, and I am still in California, but nice. That's Mount Shasta back there, which I am a huge fan of. I know I've talked about it before on my trips going past here, so Shasta holds a special place in my heart. I spent a lot of time there as a kid doing various vacations, and I would love to take my kids when they're maybe a little more capable of withstanding the long car trip. But that is where we're at. I'm gonna try and take some better footage on this trip than I have in the past, so we'll see. So far, so good. I don't know how well you can tell, but the wind is so strong, it's like blowing the snow off the mountain. Very cool. Happy event weekend. So I am here in Salem, Oregon for the Mid-Valley Comic Art Expo here. This is my first time being at this event. I'm really excited. My friend Robin over at Nickel Art Studio is here as well. So we're mixing business and pleasure for this trip. I'm all set up and ready to go. The only bummer we're dealing with has nothing to do with the event at all, and it has to do with the fact that my car, the check engine light came on the drive down here for setup yesterday on Friday, and it's definitely something with my transmission because my car is having a hard time changing gears and getting up to speed, which is concerning given that I have 600 miles to drive to get back home later next week. So we're gonna go ahead and chill in Robin's car for getting back and everything. And then on Monday, I'm gonna go take my car to get checked out because I can't drive home with my car like that. So fingers crossed, it's not too bad, but we're getting ready for a good event day. I have good vibes about this. I think it's gonna be a really good event. Have I ever mentioned that I'm a liar? Hi. So I have a lot to update you on. I have not really been vlogging much at all for a variety of reasons. So I'm up here in Portland, and I went to the event, the Mid-Valley Comic Art Expo, which, well managed. They did lots of advertising. I did not have an issue with the event itself at all, but attendance was kind of low, and sales were not great. So I made it back booth, but not much beyond that, which given booth was like $125. Ouch. So yeah, I did get to meet a small queer author. That was cool. I bought his book, and I got to talk to a few people, which was cool. So I'm hoping that we get some new people coming and checking us out as the result of this trip. But on Friday night, I drove me and my friend Robin over at Nickel Art Studio over to the event and for setup and everything because my car is a little bit bigger, so I thought that would be a good thing, have some more space. And on the way there, my car started to drive kind of funny, and that got worse on the way back. What was happening was it wasn't accelerating very well, so like I was flooring it, and it was not changing gears. So it was taking forever to get up to speed. And once it finally got up to speed, it would stay there and it would be all right. But really concerning that it was struggling as much as it was, especially with any kind of hills. And there's not a lack of hills in the Portland area. And there's certainly a large number of hills between me in Portland and home in Sacramento. So we didn't drive my car for the rest of the weekend until I could go get it checked out at the shop on Monday. So we took it to the shop and let them know what was going on. There was immediately concerns about my transmission, and So they recommended that I take my car up to a transmission specialist up the road, which we did, and found out later that day that they saw that my catalytic converter was clogged and they couldn't do a proper diagnostic on everything else until that was fixed. So I said, okay, cool, go ahead and do that. Do what you need to do. So got a call the next day on Tuesday. And granted, I was supposed to go home on Wednesday, so my car's still in the shop on Tuesday. Got the next call on Tuesday that my catalytic converter was shot. It was not salvageable. So that's fun. And I'm up here in Oregon where the environmental requirements for catalytic converters is different. So they were having to get a catalytic converter for my car that meets California standards in Oregon. Um, so what I was hoping would be like a couple $100 became $2,500. $2,500 to get my catalytic converter replaced, which really sucks. And I know I joke about Cthulhu a lot, and I actually love my car. It has served me very well for years, and I cannot justify not fixing this car that is so easy for me to fix and for me to maintain, and by all rights is in great shape considering how old it is. So I called David and we made the decision to go ahead and we're going to pay it and we're going to get my car fixed. But it was a rough day. Rough day yesterday because the shop told me that it was going to take a couple of days to get the cat in and that hopefully they would have it on Thursday and that they could get the car fixed. So I was supposed to be going home today. It's Wednesday. And I'm here. I'm really, really lucky that this didn't happen like up in the mountains on my way here. I'm really, really lucky that it's happened once I got here to my friend's house. And I am extremely lucky that they are being so patient and kind and letting me stay with them while I'm literally stranded in Portland. So there were definitely a lot of tears yesterday. Obviously I miss my kids. I miss my spouse. I want to go home. But I can't. So I'm here hanging out. I'm getting a lot of video editing done. Really wishing I brought my mouse with me. I stupidly left my mouse at home and briefly had an issue because on, I think Monday, I took my laptop downstairs to go hang out with Robin and my computer just started shutting off. And like I would turn it back on and it would almost immediately shut back off. So I was terrified that my hard drive was shot because there was this weird clicking noise and then it would shut down, which the idea of losing my hard drive really sucks. So I decided to take my laptop apart and found that the one of the fans on the heatsink was not fully plugged in. It had gotten loose somehow. So I plugged that back in, everything's working. So I've been able to at least get some work done. I just wish that I had brought my mouse with me so I wasn't just living off my trackpad, but it's doable. It's not great, but it's doable, and I don't really want to spend the money going and getting like a mouse just so I can dink around. So it's been a rough couple of days. And as you might imagine, I have not really had the capacity to film while trying to deal with all that because I want to be able to hang out with my friend. But, I was supposed to go home today. And it's not that I don't enjoy spending time with my friend. I love her. She's one of my best friends. And it's not that they're like making things uncomfortable or weird or anything. They've been so kind. I just, I miss my family. I want to go home. And so I may not be able to go home until maybe Friday. I don't know. I don't know when the cat's gonna get here. Hopefully the cat arrives on Thursday and that they can get it installed so that I can go home on Friday. But if they can't get it installed, then I may not be able to go home until Saturday. I don't know. I don't know. But it's been a week. I'm tired. I've been like I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is out of this happening. This is maybe like second best case scenario. Obviously, first best case scenario would be being at home, but since I'm not at home, at least I'm here with my friend where I'm safe and I'm good, like I'm taken care of and everything's going to be okay. But it still sucks, you know. It's hard for it to not suck when you want to go home. So, that's why I haven't vlogged. It's been hard to deal with. It's been a week. And as much as I am greatly enjoying spending time with my friend, I don't want to feel like a burden or like I'm disrupting their lives. They, I'm listening. Look, Robin, if you watch this later, you know I love you. We talked about this already. So I don't know how much vlogging I'm gonna do until I have the car back because I'm sad. I'm sad, guys. Very sad. And I'm just trying to focus and get some things done and text my family and everything. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go back to getting some more video editing done. Please know that like every single social media post that I have done for the week of the, what is this? I don't even know anymore. The 19th. Yeah, the 19th was Sunday. The 19th through the end of that week. All of that was done under duress. I'm doing my best. So I'm sorry if it's not to my usual quality. I don't have most of my supplies and my tools, and I'm just doing the best that I can with what I have. But yeah, I will try to be in better spirits soon, hopefully. Hopefully everything is okay. I really need there to not be anything else wrong with my car. Okay, thanks. Saw a snake. Yeah. Doggies. Lots of doggies. Yeah, I don't want you to fear me, but you should probably be a little more wary of people. The more we stay here, the more I'm going to keep looking at books. It's been my whole tax return. Okay, it is Friday. It is just a little bit past noon, and I am finally able to go home. Oh my gosh, I got the call at about 8:30 this morning that my car was done, which is a huge relief. It is driving beautifully. Brand new catalytic converter. Wow, it does a whole bunch. What I was really surprised about is how different it sounds. Like I was sort of at an angle in the parking spot at the shop, and when I like backed up to get out of the parking spot, it like growled. Like I've always known the engine that I have in this car is a really good engine. Like every time a mechanic is checking it out, they're like, "Oh, you got the good engine for that car. You got the good one." Stuff doesn't go wrong with the engine on this car for hundreds of thousands of miles. Other things are a problem, but the engine is good. So it's accelerating smooth. Everything is fantastic. It's going really, really well. I've been driving for a few hours because pretty much as soon as Robin was able to get up and get me down to the shop, I was there with my stuff and ready to go home. So I still have Let me go look at my here. I have, I don't know, like 400 miles left to go, I think. 450, something like that. I'll check more in depth during the next stop, but I'm so glad to be going home. I miss my kids. I miss my spouse. I want to go home. So I'll probably be arriving sometime between, I don't know, maybe like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I should be home before the kids go to bed, which will be good. I'm so tired. I am so grateful for my friends for letting me stay at their house and for putting up with me for 2 extra days beyond what was the original plan. Actually, more than 2 days, more like 2.5 days. What a fucking trip this has been. And I was spending a bunch of time, since I fixed my laptop, working on video editing and stuff like that, making sure everything was ready to go for launch day today, which I think launch day is not going super well either. We're not getting a lot of sales, which is too bad, but that's kind of just been the state of things recently, you know, and I get it with the economy the way that it is. I understand. This is not me complaining. It's just like a factual statement of how things have been going. It's just kind of what, you know, you expect right now. But I was working on editing the last vlog and pretty much had everything but an outro done and realizing, wow, it's been a shitty about the last month because I had all those problems with the soap making, with the 3 batches of Big Bang getting spilled everywhere and also being lye heavy, which explains why there was so much extra soap, is that I'd fucked up the lye somehow. I don't know. Don't make soap when you're exhausted. Terrible idea. I'm so looking forward to being home. So I'm gonna keep driving. If there's other interesting spots, like I'm at a rest stop right now. If there's any other interesting spots, I'll try to take some more clips. I will fully admit vlogging is not a priority right now. Getting home is. So I'm gonna get back to it. Thanks again. I will check in later. Hi, I am back in California. That is Shasta back there, my favorite. So I am about 300-ish miles from home at this point. So we're making good time. I'm definitely gonna be back between 8 and 9, so that's great. But just stopping to enjoy the view. But otherwise, things are going really well. Car is driving beautifully, which is fantastic. I am doing well considering how long the drive is, but you know, after that trip in February from Portland to Minnesota, I think I've got some good practice under my belt for long driving. But we're looking good, so I am excited to be almost there. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay, so hi. It's Saturday and I don't feel up to being on camera. I am so tired. I have spent most of today not really doing much of anything, but some things did arrive while I was gone, and something arrived today that I want to show you. So first thing was a package from Eco Enclose. That's where we order our shipping boxes from. I also got these new shopping bags for when we go to events. So these will be what we put people's purchases in when they buy something from us at events. So these are Eco Enclose. There you go. This bag is designed for home and industrial composting. So it's made of seaweed, which is super cool. So that'll be a fun little selling point. And then our new tiny boxes for shipping are here. These are big enough or small enough to fit 1 bar of soap. We get a lot of orders for 1 bar of soap, and I've always felt like the boxes we had are way too big. How stinking cute is this? Oh my god. And here's how big 1 bar of soap is in here. So once the flaps are folded in, that holds the soap really, really well. I'm super jazzed. I think these are going to be great for our smaller orders. Hopefully that'll mean shipping is less expensive for those folks too. And then the real big thing is that our first part of the new big box order is here. So these are the new frosted soap boxes. This is 500 boxes that I need to get put away. So this is our current size of frosting soap boxes. It's really, really big, and there's a lot of gap between the soap and the top of the box. So we have been stuffing them with tissue paper to keep them safe in transit. And there's also, like you can see, there's too much space on the sides. This has been too large the entire time. Plus, I had that problem that they technically got printed backwards from my design because I want the flap to be at the front like it is for the smaller boxes. So this sticker will go here and covers up the flap. That was on purpose. That was a design choice. And every single supplier that I've ever worked with gets my file where it's like this, and they do this instead. So it wasn't worth having a conniption over the last time, so we've had the original order of, I think, 500 of these for a long time. Finally, we're going to be done with them. So that's the old box. This is the new box. So a little bit smaller in those two dimensions. It's still the same width and everything. So now the soap fits much better inside the box. And they are printed correctly with the flap up here at the front, the way that I want it, even though it is technically backwards. So this is the current size box, the new box, and the old box. I'm very, very pleased. I think they came out really, really well. Everything is looking solid and ready to go. So that means all of those, like my soul bars that I made a couple vlogs in the last vlog. It was weeks ago for me, for reality, but it would be last vlog for you guys. All of those, like my soul bars, can finally get packaged properly in their new box, which is exciting. Ew. 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 So, car was starting to smell kind of bad in the cabin, so, yeah, I think the cabin air filter needed to be replaced. Got a new one in there, though. Hi, it is Tuesday, and I'm finally starting to feel properly human again. Oh my God. I have been so wrecked for the last couple days that I just could not bring myself to be on camera, and largely couldn't even bring myself to film. Last night would normally be when we live stream packing launch day orders, and I just could not. I just couldn't do it. So apologies. I know we normally try to do that, but I didn't have it in me. So today is the first day that I'm waking up and not feeling completely like shit. I have been an emotional, physical, and mental wreck for days now. I have been good, though. I've been really taking it easy. I've been trying not to do a whole lot. The most strenuous thing I did, honestly, was packing orders. So I have 12 orders that need to be dropped off at the post office. I'm at the post office now. And in doing some little bits of editing here and there over the last couple days, I've realized this vlog is already pretty long. It's Tuesday. I think we're going to go ahead and call it, because it's been kind of a downer of a video. And as much as I would love to include some not downer shit, I think I just need to be done. So we're dropping off packages. I replaced the cabin air filter on my car. I placed an order for an air filter for like the engine. That's going to be coming from my usual parts supplier, so that's good. And I think I'm going to get some stuff done in the next vlog. Gently. Slowly, so that I don't hurt myself. Because man, I got wrecked. Anyway, so thank you so much for hanging out, as usual. I appreciate it. I am so sorry that this has been kind of a downer of a video. It was kind of a downer of a week. As much as I loved having time with my friend, please don't get me wrong, that was really, really, really good. I think if I had just been going to an event and been by myself, I would have been massively depressed with everything that happened. So I'm really, really glad that I had my friend to keep me going while I was stuck in Oregon. So this is your hydration reminder. Go get some rest, go eat something, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.